Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 50.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. 180. Jack 16. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Mack Wilson. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. It's a party now. Mark 55. I got you.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Regular. 55. Hurry. 55. It's our field.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Point it right. Hurry. Check 55. Mike. Watch the run. Hurry.
On third down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. It's going to be a long.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Black 20.
On 1st down, it's Connor. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack lunch.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hurry! Switch up!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert! Bravo!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Push him back. Check. 50. Hey, Steve 6. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let him go deep for Beckham. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Following the interception, Mayfield going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. He was looking for Watkins that time. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Easy.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 79 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's Conner. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Johnson was the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Blue draw Corkers.
They run it again with Chubb. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Day, dog. Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry!
And Mayfield just getting the play on. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Steelers go for the 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Black 20.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And again, it's Chubb. And fights through one man. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Point it right.
Check, 55 to mine. Check.
Hurry! No gain on this defense, no gain.
Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You see me?
Bud Dupree, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger, complete, it's Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Check 13. Check 13. 6-6. Pull it high. Check out route. 22 and 44.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
King. Give me that ball, defense. Hey, check my.
Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
230. Nicholas, 66. Watch the whip. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 50. Hey, Echo.
Roethlisberger to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Conner, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. He'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Pittsburgh.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Steelers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Steelers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood, what you bleed. I'ma tell you I'm a